Next question is from my man Curtis Browse on YouTube. Thanks for the great response. In this case, it's just pub side and going to some bars, but definitely something to keep in mind if canning in the future. I was also toying around with the idea of splitting the dry hop. So obviously he was referencing a question that we had been talking about before, and then he's branching off from it. I was also toying around with the idea of splitting the dry hop, doing the first half towards the last portion of fermentation, toward the last plate or two of fermentation, a long diacetyl rest, like 5 days, then doing a soft crash to 56 and dropping the yeast for the second dry hop. The theory being the first dry hop can convert some of those long chain sugars to short chain for the yeast to consume, making it even less likely that hop creep were to happen by doing this cold side dry hop. Come here, Ben. You want to say goodnight? Come here. Good night. I love you. You can say hi to everybody. Look over here. You want to say goodnight?
Good night.
I love you. You're fine. That's Ben, boy. He was. If you're not an Instagram guy, but you just want adorable kid content, there is enough. There's sporadic adorable kid content on my Instagram page, and that flows primarily through him. But jumping back here, just a theory though, and I'll have to put it into practice and see how it actually works. That's awesome that Omega is working on an ALDC yeast. If that's successful, it could really take care of this whole issue. So yeah, we were talking about ALDC in ways that you can use that to prevent, some of the troubling effects of hop creep, like diacetyl, especially in the package, in can and keg. And so he was talking about what if he did his first dry hop to maybe kind of get that all over with, get the hop creep done, and then go back later with a larger charge. I think it's worth trying out. I haven't mentioned as much. I haven't played with this stuff as much, and so sometimes I feel a little bad giving an answer on something like this. But sometimes when I call this stuff out, I'm calling it out because I also want to help teach thought process, right? Or like not teach, but like I want to model the thought process that I'll use. There's been a few questions that I've done over the past year where it's a question, and it's not so much that I have an answer or a take on it, but it's a little bit more that I like the thought process. The idea here is maybe you can get that hop creep out of the way with a smaller charge, and maybe hold on to, get that done, and then hit it with more hop later at a cooler temp once you pull yeast off, and maybe that would have benefit to that beer. I like it because the concepts are solid enough from what I understand. And it's one of those things where I'm going to say, go ahead and try it and let me know. Let me know how it goes. So yeah, I would be really interested, Curtis, if you went ahead and checked that out and were able to report back on how that stuff goes. So anyways, thanks for the question. Keep us in the loop, and maybe we can all learn something from it. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're going to maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.